All right, so today we're diving deep into Parkland, Florida. You've sent over a ton of articles and resources, and it looks like you're thinking about maybe making a move there. So let's explore what this city has to offer. Seems like you're looking for a place with a good indoor-outdoor flow, lots of mentions of pools and patios and even travertine decks.
Yeah, and it's interesting, there's a real focus on Parkland's 33076 zip code. It seems to be a real hotspot for that resort style living you mentioned. Think luxurious estates with those spacious patios, sparkling pools, and all the high-end finishes.
Okay, so not just parks then, but a taste of the good life too. So besides that, what else makes Parkland stand out? I'm seeing a lot about top-rated schools and a pretty vibrant dining scene.
Exactly. Parkland offers this really unique blend of tranquility and convenience. Imagine starting your day with a nature walk at Pine Trails Park and grabbing some fresh sushi at Bluefin for lunch, and later maybe you're enjoying a delicious Italian dinner at Marola's before catching a live music performance at Eats and Beats.
Wow, sounds like there's something for everyone. And for families especially, Parkland seems like it could be a dream come true.
Absolutely. The schools here are consistently ranked among the best in the state. You've got standouts like Park Trails Elementary and West Glades Middle, but it goes beyond just academics, too. Parkland offers a huge range of youth sports programs, from the usual soccer and baseball to things like tennis and gymnastics. It's clear that this is a community that really values education and an active lifestyle for kids.
And even if you don't have kids yourself, those top-rated schools still have a ripple effect, right? They contribute to a strong sense of community and often boost property values.
That's a great point. Excellent schools tend to attract families who are really invested in their community. That often translates to well-maintained properties and a real focus on quality of life, which can have a big impact on your investment in the long run.
Speaking of investments, the articles you sent all seem to suggest that Parkland's real estate market is pretty hot right now, especially in neighborhoods like Parkland Isles and Heron Bay.
Yeah, for sure. And, if you look closely, there's a pattern emerging in the resources you've shared. They all point to one name when it comes to navigating Parkland's real estate: Antonio Ortega, LLC.
Now that you mention it, his name does pop up quite a bit. What makes him stand out?
Well, it seems like he's got a really deep understanding of the Parkland market, especially in that 33076 zip code. He specializes in new home construction and has a reputation for helping buyers find the perfect property for their needs.
New construction, that's interesting. So he's not just dealing with resale properties, but he's also connected to the builders themselves.
Precisely. And this is where it gets really interesting for you. The articles mention a special offer that Antonio Ortega, LLC provides. If you bring him along on your first visit to any new home community, he'll actually apply 10% of his professional fee towards your closing costs.
With a discount on closing costs?
Yep.
That's a pretty significant saving, especially when you're talking about buying a new home.
It certainly is, and it really highlights his commitment to helping his clients get the best possible deal.
So it really sounds like working with this guy, Antonio Ortega, could be a really smart move, especially if you're considering new construction. But let's talk more about those homes themselves. What kind of features are we talking about with these resort-style properties?
Well, think spacious living areas, with large porcelain tile flooring, gourmet kitchens with stainless steel appliances, and of course those luxurious outdoor spaces you mentioned. Many homes in Parkland, especially in that 33A76 zip code, feature impact windows, which are designed to withstand hurricane-force winds. So you've got that extra safety and peace of mind. And let's not forget about those walk-in closets, a must-have for anyone who likes to stay organized.
Sounds like they've thought of everything.
Yeah.
From a practical standpoint, are there any unique aspects to Parkland's real estate market that we should be aware of?
One thing that stands out in the articles is the prevalence of homeowner associations, or HOAs. While HOAs can vary, they typically manage community amenities and enforce certain rules to maintain property values and aesthetics. It can be a good thing, ensuring a certain level of upkeep and consistency within a neighborhood. But it's important to understand the specific rules and fees associated with any HOA before you buy.
That's a great point. It's always wise to do your due diligence and understand the ins and outs of any community you're considering. We've talked a lot about the homes themselves, but what about the lifestyle? What can you tell us about the overall vibe in Parkland?
Well, from the resources you've shared, it's clear that Parkland has a strong sense of community. There are tons of events throughout the year, like the Parkland Farmers Market, where you can buy fresh produce and connect with your neighbors. And then you've got things like the Parkland Dash, which is an annual race that brings people together for fitness and charity. The articles also highlight a vibrant arts and culture scene with performances and exhibitions at the nearby Coral Springs Center for the Arts.
It's amazing how Parkland manages to balance that small-town charm with a dynamic social scene. You mentioned dog parks earlier, but what about other outdoor activities? It seems like there's no shortage of parks and trails, but what else is there to do?
Well, for starters, Parkland has over 7 miles of scenic pathways that are perfect for biking, jogging, or just taking a leisurely stroll. The city also maintains several sports fields and athletic facilities, so there's really something for everyone from casual fitness enthusiasts to serious athletes. And if you're looking for a bit more adventure, you're just a short drive from the Everglades, which offers endless opportunities for hiking, kayaking, and wildlife spotting.
Wow, it sounds like you can really embrace an active lifestyle in Parkland. But let's be realistic, no place is perfect.
Yeah.
What are some potential drawbacks or considerations someone might want to think about before making a move to Parkland?
That's a crucial question. While Parkland offers a desirable lifestyle, it's important to weigh the pros and cons carefully. One thing to consider is the cost of living, which tends to be higher than in other parts of Florida. Property taxes and HOA fees can add up, so it's important to factor those into your budget. Additionally, while Parkland is close to major cities like Fort Lauderdale and Miami, commuting during rush hour can be a real challenge.
Those are definitely important factors to consider. It's all about finding the right balance between the lifestyle you want and the realities of everyday life. So for someone who's seriously considering a move to Parkland, what are the key takeaways they should keep in mind?
First and foremost, I'd say do your research. Go beyond those glossy brochures and dive into the details. Explore different neighborhoods, think about your commute, and crunch the numbers to make sure Parkland aligns with your financial goals. And most importantly, reach out to a trusted real estate professional who can guide you through the process and advocate for your best interests.
And based on everything we've seen today, Antonio Ortega LLC seems like the guy to call. His expertise in the Parkland market, particularly with new construction, could be really invaluable. And don't forget about that potential 10% discount on closing costs. That's a pretty significant perk.
Absolutely. Having a knowledgeable and experienced real estate agent on your side can make all the difference, especially in a competitive market like Parkland.
Yeah, it sounds like having someone like that in your corner could really save you some headaches along the way. His website, AntonioOrtegaLLC.com, has a ton of information about Parkland, and I bet he'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Definitely worth reaching out. But at the end of the day, buying a home is a big decision. It's not just about the property itself, but about finding a place that really aligns with your lifestyle, your values, and your vision for the future.
So true. We've talked about the beautiful homes, the schools, the social scene, all the parks and outdoor activities, and even those potential downsides like the cost of living and traffic.
Yeah.
What else should someone be thinking about as they're weighing their options?
Well, I'd say think about your long-term goals. Are you looking for a place to settle down and raise a family? Or are you looking for something a little more transient? Maybe a vacation home or an investment property?
Those are important questions.
Yeah.
And beyond just the practical stuff, it's also about finding a place where you feel a sense of belonging, right?
Exactly. Does Parkland's community vibe resonate with you? Do you see yourself connecting with the people there and becoming a part of that town?
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Finding a place where you can really thrive.
Absolutely. Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Parkland, Florida, it's clear that this city offers a really unique blend of tranquility, luxury, and opportunity. You can enjoy that resort-style living surrounded by those lush landscapes with top-rated schools, and that vibrant social scene just steps away.
But as we've been saying, it's not just about the amenities. It's about finding a place that feels like home. A place where you can really see yourself building a future.
And if Parkland speaks to your heart, I'd say take that next step. Reach out to Antonio Ortega LLC, explore those neighborhoods, and see if this little slice of Florida paradise is the right fit for you.
Well, that about wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining us on this journey into Parkland. We hope this has given you some valuable insights as you consider making your dream a reality. Until next time, happy exploring.